All right. Thank you very much. This is another episode. I got my brothers in the house. I have right here with me one of my friend that have shown me a lot of things. Yeah, show me the way how to make money without not stressing yourself. And he doesn't like to show himself. And I will let him do the proper introduction of himself by telling us he's right here with us.
Hey, what up, my people? How you guys doing? My name is Midas Touch on Instagram, Lakem. We just out here to do what you gotta do.
Thank you, Lego, for coming in. And on my right hand, I have my big bro. Even though he's coming in for the first time, he has welcomed me with his conversation and everything we've talked about. He's Woo in Houston. This is H-Town anyway. Right. So I will make him do the proper introduction of himself before we move to my other brother over there. So I'm giving you the floor to tell us your name and everything about yourself.
I go by Huncho. And that's all you got to know right now.
All right. Thank you very much, Huncho. To my other brother over there, when it comes to extra thing that men do to be a man in the house, in the room, on a dates level thing, he got it all looked down. And if you need anything else to come to things like that, it's very, when it comes to being that man that you could do some extra hour thing like that. That's what
he's an herbalist.
Yes, not an herbalist like that.
It sells herbal products.
Yes.
Oh, for real?
Yeah, for real.
Technically, I am.
All right. So without ado further, can you tell us about yourself and a couple of things that you like to before we dive into the full episode for today?
I'll keep it brief. My name is Oye. You can find me on Instagram by_Oye. I'll leave that out for now.
All right, thank you very much. And like I said earlier on, I remain fresh, and this is CTD Among Blacks. You could check us on Instagram, CTD Among Blacks, and our website is www.ctdamongblacks. We're live on Apple Podcasts, we're live on Amazon Music, we're live on iHeart Radio, and we have it on Spotify also. So what we'll be talking about today with my big brothers that I have around with me, we'll be talking about cultural shock for Nigerians moving to the United States. And for me, I'll be the one trying to take my own lead. Coming from Nigeria, which I lived a couple of years in Malaysia, it was a different thing coming to America. And when I go down here, I was able to have a couple of my family members that they really make me understand how family treat people back home is different from how we treat ourselves in America. Like after 2-3 weeks, they will tell you you got to pay bills, you got to work, you got to find something doing. And in Nigeria, we feel entitled about you're my brother, you're supposed to take care of me. Mm-hmm. But in America, if your brother only take care of you more than a month, you're blessed, bro. And it's not like they mean nothing bad. So for me, it took me a while to understand all that little things. I think I did a job for 2 months and I quit because I couldn't understand. When I wake up in the morning, my leg would feel shock. And it's I think a lot of Nigerians don't even understand. So after a month or two, they start telling you to send money home. Friends and family expect you to picking all the dollars on the ground. And so that's what I want every one of you to tell us your own view moving to United States. Things you think people don't know that you kind of experience. So I want Ocho to share some kind of
So one thing they gotta know is money don't grow on a tree over here. Okay?
For real, money don't grow on trees.
It don't grow on tree. They only pay their rent once a year. We pay every month.
Yep.
Every 29 days, you have to pay the rent.
So every first, you gotta worry about that $1,700, $2,800 coming out to your pocket.
But it depends on where you stay. There's some bills.
That's not the only thing though. You pay rent.
If you're a family man, I don't expect you to be living in an apartment. You gotta have a house or a backyard for your kids to play.
Oh, well, that's another thing you're trying to go into. We try to want us to rush into that part quick.
We start from the beginning.
Yeah.
Okay.
You're moving far when you come to somebody that come from Nigeria. You can't afford to buy a house real quick. They can't rent a house. So let's start from the apartment. You understand? Okay. So don't move too fast.
Do they have apartment over there?
Back home?
Yeah.
Now
it's like regular houses,
Oh no. Some places now. I can only talk for Lagos. Okay. They're having things.
Yeah, because I never seen somebody live in an apartment over there.
He was
do you go home?
No, I've never been back.
Wow,
that's the problem. See,
it was supposed to go when COVID hit.
Yeah, COVID.
How does that feel for you not going home?
Still, it's not, I don't feel nothing. It's like, if I go back over there, I just feel like
do you feel like when you have that conversation with Nigerians, they make you feel like, okay, you're supposed to go home, or
they're like, oh man, you look like you lost, you sound lost, like blah blah blah. But
and does that kind of affect you? Kind of like you expect such, sometimes you might rate me like this, and when I talk, I'm gonna be like this.
Only time I feel lost is when my mom speak like the Benin dialect, and I understand, but I can't speak it back.
Oh,
so that's when I feel lost. But Pidgin English wise, I speak it also.
Oh,
if they say like, oh, you feel lost, nigga, I don't feel lost, bro. I know I'm good.
I like your energy though. That's a different way of how you see things. Babaragbo with flavor. Can you? I want you to tell us, moving from UK down, and how does the cultural shock in terms of things that are being done in America? What are the things you think you see that people don't know, that you've been able to understand, that you like to, people that are watching us in Nigeria or listening anywhere they might be, that you like to chip in for them to understand? People coming, because right now I'm gonna say you're representing UK people. So for any UK that wants to come to America, tell them things that you've been able to catch within the time you've been around, and what would you like to share your own view.
Aside from drinking teas and coffee.
Yeah,
I think for me, the hustle here is different.
What do you mean the hustle here is different?
You have a lot of people here where you're doing about 2 or 3 gigs
at
the same time. The system in the UK is quite different from the one here. The hustle here it's live, it's to your face, and I think for me that is one of the things that are quite a little bit different from the UK.
What do you mean they do business?
Yeah, I'm trying to. You gotta go going on that.
The reality is,
all right,
with the UK, the support mechanism is quite different from the one here.
Okay.
And you guys here, your tenacity and how you guys go out to hustle is far different from the way we in the UK.
So you think the hustle harder here or faster here in America than in UK? Things are kind of laid back in the UK?
I wouldn't say laid back, but it's just different.
Are you talking about Houston itself? Because Houston is like Lagos.
No.
You gotta remember that.
If Houston is different.
Houston is different.
You asked me with my lived experience.
Oh yeah, that's true. That's true. Yeah,
so
that's true.
Experience so far, that is what I'm.
Been able to. All right.
Because America, it's about the money.
Right.
It's capitalism. It's
you sure right about that.
Yeah.
And whereas the UK system is a little bit different. It's more about general wealth and catering for all. Where here it's more a dog eat dog's world.
Right.
Everyone is a go-getter.
Right. Most definitely.
So that's the
no time.
There's no time to waste.
America doesn't even have time. I'm gonna be living next to you. I won't even check you for 3-5 months. Because I gotta pay bills.
I'm trying to get my bread, man. I'm trying to get paid. Think I got time to move.
I get up in the money. Hey, all right, bye.
Yeah.
Hey, all right, bye. That's it.
I thank you for sharing that part, because that's very deep about you bringing out. Because I wouldn't think about it like that though.
Sorry, don't get me wrong. It's not safe guys in the UK too are not hustlers too.
That's what I'm about to say though.
They are go-getters too. Professional in their own settings too. But it's just that
the hustle different.
The hustle here is different.
Is it like because of the UK? Do they have like more benefit than like the government assistance than the United States?
The UK is, it's a welfare system.
Okay.
Whereby there is that support mechanism.
Okay.
To cater for those who are struggling.
Okay.
To cater for those who are in need. So there is that support mechanism for you where you can literally tap into.
And
yes, sorry.
Oh, go ahead.
I give you the ground. Go for it.
The crazy thing about that is that UK doing all of that, some democratic states in the United States do a lot of that too. But when it comes to Texas is very strict when it comes to giving out benefits. Like if you live in like Massachusetts or some any other states, you can get a healthcare benefit without having no money. But in Texas, they push you to the extreme. You gotta have a job. Or
Texas, Houston is Lagos.
Like let's say in Texas, right? The guy or the guy and the girl, they have a baby, and she can't afford to pay for anything. they push everything on the guy. So
Yeah.
now he's paying. It's either he's paying child support or paying
Paying
the
the
Medicaid, you know,
Right.
all that
But,
stuff.
you know,
It's never free.
Right.
It's
But
never
he's
free.
that's what I'm going.
It's
He's
never free.
in Texas.
The-
But in states like Wisconsin, where I have my rental properties, you don't have to have nothing. You just go in there. Hey, I haven't been able to pay my rent for a couple of months. Okay, fill out this paperwork.
For real?
It's never free. I'm telling you, even if the lady get that benefit without the guy even knowing,
Yeah.
the state would take it upon themselves to go look for the guy and serve him on child support.
Yeah, I think I've heard something like that.
Yeah,
I've heard
so
something like
I
that.
I think it's just mostly Texas though, because
That's what I'm saying. Like there's a lot of
Texas-
doing in
It's
Texas.
mostly Texas.
Like there's a lot of doing in Texas. Like you'll be so shocked. Like they don't do in some other states.
I
Yeah.
think your point there, it mirrors the system in the UK, and I think the benefit of that is that I'm not talking about those that will take advantage of the system, because people will.
Okay.
Because when there's access to public funds, people take advantage of it. However, one has to be very guided, by the fact that there's a lot of mental health issues, where people that are struggling can't get the help. There's a ticking time bomb there.
Right.
And I
That's true.
think it's to your face here in Texas. But I'll leave it at that for now.
All right. I'm glad you bring that up because that's what I want to ask you. Do you think Nigerians that move from Nigeria, I don't know, you might not really have that deep pact. That's what I want to go
I
to.
probably know somebody.
Yeah, and that's good.
Hit us with the
I
question.
think a lot of Nigerians that move from Nigeria to United States, that should I use the word, once they go to United States, they trigger the fact of saying they have depression in them. Now, what I mean by saying that, maybe I should rephrase it.
Okay.
So let me rephrase it for you. The question is this: do you think when Nigeria move to United States they have problem? Remember, we tried to talk about cultural shock. Do you think it becomes where they feel like? Because the last person that came on my podcast was like, I wanted to go back home.
It's not a problem. It's not every African that I ever met that I encountered with. It's just whenever they come over here, it's something in them. It's a drive. It's a drive for them to do better.
No, don't get me wrong. So do you know there's a lot of Nigerians that I know that are doing better, right? They're doing IT, or they're depressed. Don't get me wrong. No. So this is the thing.
There should be like
depression is something people don't like to talk about. So we got
right.
So there's a lot of
yeah,
people where if you find them at their lowest, even though they're making money, you'll be shocked when they tell you some things.
So this is what I feel about that situation, right? So in life, I always say you need to settle your mind, and you need to determine what you want for yourself before you're doing a bunch of stuff. See, and being settled statistically has been proven as number one way to build mental wealth and all kinds of wealth you want to acquire. Because if your mind is not settled and you have this at the back of your mind, say like, okay, I gotta go back home. This is not my home. I'm just here to make money. You might be making that money, but being successful, you will be far from it. You will be far from it, and that goes for anybody is at. You will make that money, but you will not have the mindset of, oh, I can actually make a lot of money out here too if I learn to do trades out here. Because, for example, let's say you have $50,000, and the only thing that is on your mind is, oh, I'll buy me a house in Lekki.
I got input on that.
Okay.
Let me land though. I'm not doing it.
All right, go
So
ahead.
you say, I'll buy me a house in Lekki. That's the first thing that comes to your mind. Oh, once that house, because we are people.
But who are to blame though for that?
Listen,
Wait, let him
they feel
finish.
like our people feel like buying a house is the paramount of wealth. That's that's even nothing. To some educated folks will tell you having a house is a liability, and some other will tell you is the beginning of building wealth. But you can actually use that money to build something or do some other businesses out here.
Right.
And you make more money off of it.
You know.
I want to hear your view because I feel like you really want to say something.
Over here, right? Over here, every property you own is like you might think you own it, but you don't own it, because every year you pay state taxes on the
pay
property,
state
right?
taxes.
Several taxes on property. Like
Yeah.
even if you
Pay
pay it
property
off, you
taxes,
still gotta pay.
Most definitely.
That little chunk of money, that 10, 15, depending on your house.
But-
Over there, when you buy the house, it's yours.
Yeah.
You don't have to pay nothing else
But
after
you're
that.
supposed to pay too. But, you
But
don't
guess
pay.
what? Guess what?
Uh-huh.
When you own several properties over there and you put them on lease, you making your little money over
Okay,
there.
okay.
You ain't got to worry about paying nobody taxes after that.
But now, do you wonder why kids like me growing up in Nigeria, we had to go to a public school without enough facility, without enough chairs and books and stuff like that? Because why? Because motherfuckers like you buy houses and don't pay their property taxes because the property listen.
Wait.
But do they do? Is it?
Wait.
Is it
Listen.
in wait?
I
Okay,
think he's
so
trying
in
to say
Nigeria,
I'm trying to get.
wait, in Africa, in most African countries don't have a system where you can pay
No, we do.
property
They
taxes.
No, we do.
Listen,
They just don't
listen.
enforce
Every
it.
time they
Listen.
like it's been something that's been there for a while.
Listen.
No.
Or it just started.
I'm glad you got property back home, though. That's a nice thing to
It
do.
just started.
FIRS has been forever.
It just-
Now,
Internal
listen-
Revenue Services.
Wait.
When you pay the taxes, when you pay the taxes over there, who the money go to? What do they
Goes
use?
to the
What do they
government.
use the money for?
Forget about what the money.
No,
where
that's
the
what I'm
money
asking.
goes
What do they use the money for?
Let me
And guess
finish my
what?
point.
And guess
Let me
what?
finish my
Back
point.
home, they still borrowing money from other countries, and they still in debt.
So you guys are going into politics gradually.
Let me finish my point. That's why I wanted to finish my point.
Okay, finish your point.
I was buttressing the point where he says when you own a property in America, you still pay property taxes.
Mm-hmm.
But let's say I pay like $7,000 in my property tax every year.
Mm-hmm.
The property tax is divided into minute organizations that the money goes to, from the county, from the school district, to the water services, to the fire department, to down to the pen and paper they're buying, and it shows you out of your $7,000 how much goes to those sectors.
Hey, we're back. So, Leko, you can continue back.
So, like I was saying, we know where our taxes go out here.
Okay.
My $7,000, I don't feel like, although I own the property, I own the property for 99 years or more than that, as long as I continue making my property taxes and paying it. But it is justifiable why I'm paying that amount as for my property
But this
taxes.
is the- but-
because my kids go to a grade school and there's still this thing they call bond.
You
They propose bond at the beginning of every school year.
Right.
Like this school
Yeah.
year, Klein ISD got approved for $1.3 billion bond.
damn, you
Right,
really keep up with that?
Yeah. 'cause
if you want to, they send you those information.
if you go to like they send you an email,
Prop A
you
and
know,
Prop B. You can vote for.
You got
either rule.
you got the broadcast for your kids' school. They put other information over there, and
what
most of the time when you pass by the school, they put the
They
information
tell you
on
what
the outside,
They
so
tell
you
you what
know
about to do.
what
But now-
the money is going
Can you
to.
really-
Unlike in Nigeria, if I'm paying, first of all, they don't even. The census count of Nigeria is not even correct. They don't know how many people live over there. They don't know. I've seen people count census before. They walk to your front desk and they walk to your front of your house and they just be like, "Now 5 people there." Yeah.
So
They just go,
so
you know.
you-
So
wait,
so guess
wait,
what?
how
So
old
guess
are you
what?
when you moved to America?
So, like probably like around almost 15 years.
Oh,
so you feel comfortable.
your pigeon is strong. That's why.
So you feel comfortable living.
I hang out a lot of Nigerians a lot.
Yeah.
So
you feel comfortable living in a country where I can just build a $1 million home in the ghetto, and just because I build $1 million home in the ghetto, and next door is people that haven't.
But
eaten
Leko,
breakfast.
I want to drag you back.
It's the country has no structuring. So it's
But guys,
like why we if I have the money to build a house, you think I would be like, okay, I'm not gonna build my house because the neighbor haven't built their house.
so this is my question. This is one that I want us to do. So don't let us get carried away with this house thing, because I feel like you guys are dealing this.
Okay.
I think you support buying a house in America, right?
No. I support buying property anywhere you want to buy it.
But you no. I'm trying to go back to that. I can ask the next question. So you feel like if you're Nigerian and you're in America, try to buy property here first,
No,
because this is
no.
where you're staying.
No, he's saying it's like instead of buying property, you can establish yourself and get a business. Something that could generate
and that's why I
a
asked
steady
you that.
income.
Do you know a lot of Nigerians coming to the country without understanding the system itself? How do you want them to do business?
Okay, this is what I'm saying. Look, what they call it?
No,
The water there goes and be overnight, right? That's what I'm saying. you don't. Everything is not fast. You gotta learn education. You educate
You
yourself.
have to trust
Have
the
you,
process.
have you heard about where Nigerians saying I'm 750 credit, right? And you ask them like how many credit card do you have, right? And they're so proud of it that they say like I have $1,000 credit card.
Right
Now
Okay.
in your head when you, look at it, you laugh like, bro, you're playing, right?
You know,
No, listen to what I'm saying. So for people, there's a lot of Nigerians that I've known in America. They've been like that for like 10 years.
right.
To them, I'm 750 credit, but my biggest whatever I have is just $1,300 credit secure card. They haven't even get the money back because they don't understand how it works. Most Nigerian max credit card because to us there's no like credit card in Nigeria.
Right.
So when I get here, you give me a credit card, I will max it, and when I max it, I'll just be paying the monthly bill,
So,
not
I got-
knowing I'm messing myself up.
You messing your credit up.
750.
I mean, you know, that's why they say over here, you know, they say it's not how much you have, it's the credit.
And that's what I'm
The
trying to
credit
bring.
score,
Like,
you know.
I wanted to say on this, like, is it the same thing in the UK about credit? Like, you know, you come in here, the system of credit card things in the UK, is it the same thing in America too, or it's different way of how, you know, you having 750, but if you're having $1,000 credit max card, you're nothing with somebody that have 650 with a $20,000 credit card.
Let before you answer the question, let me hang it up real quick. The system of credit, because people listening probably like, what is credit? The money that I owe you.
Okay, wait, please.
No, it's not. It's
Do
not.
this. Wait.
money that
I want you
owe.
to do this.
Okay.
Every one of us will talk now. Please do. You're representing somebody that's coming from Nigeria, just moved to United States.
All right.
Please give them the basic things you know, what you can explain to them about credit card.
All right.
So
You know, yeah.
the basic knowledge about credit
Not
is
just credit card, but credit
No,
itself.
Credit
Yes,
itself.
yes, credit itself.
Credit itself is basically a way that financial institution measure the level of trust they have in you in handling their money,
Right.
not your own money. So now let's say, I know I trust you from what you said. You said you're good, right? Okay, I'm giving you this card with $5,000 on it. Maintain it and keep using it. So, as a layman, when I first had my credit card, I had a $15,000 credit card.
Dang,
limit. And
Jesus Christ.
my first time, I started spending $250, $500, pay back off. I was on track.
And what
with
is it? They say you're supposed
And
to
I
spend
followed
like what?
track.
You're supposed to spend like what? How many percent?
So you
30%?
You're supposed to
You
spend less than 30%,
Less than 30%.
utilization every
Yeah,
month.
Less than 30%.
Because in an actual sense, if you are doing good, you don't need a credit card in an actual sense. But you do need it.
It's just for emergency purpose.
Exactly.
That's what they
That
call
is
credit
what
card
it's
for.
supposed to be for.
Oh yeah,
That's
like
how- that's how
last
the
night, last
That's how
night,
you
he
struggle.
saw me using my Air Max card. He was like, "You use it to do this?" I said, "Yeah, I'm trying to get the black, so I gotta spend this amount so I could qualify for that amount."
So I want to, Liko, let me something there. The part you just touched. Can you explain for Nigeria that doesn't know nothing about credit card for you? You know, you've been here for a very long
Okay.
time. You know, sometimes you got to start with secure card. It depends on the bank you go to.
Yeah. I started with a secure card.
That's good. You know, some people don't understand the bank. There's some banks
Is
you
the
go.
credit fucked up?
Yeah, no. It's like I didn't like straight out
Don't
of high
mind
school.
it.
Straight
Don't
out of
mind
high
it.
school, I didn't have no credit. None of that. So my dad just like, this is what it is. You need this kind of credit.
So please explain that part to a Nigerian that just coming to United States that doesn't understand.
Oh, so-
Be that voice to
Yeah. So basically, I think everybody should have a credit card. That's like your backup for a backup. Some people have. I follow a couple of people on Instagram and they have like tons of credit card. That's what they use every day, their day-to-day life.
Yeah.
The money they have is just stashed up.
Some people are guru in
they
using
they
credit
very good in using this credit card thing. I have just 3 credit cards. That's what I use. So most credit card they come with a specific limit. If you want to start, if you never had a credit card before, you want a credit card, I will advise you to go with the secure credit card first, which is your money you put it in, and that helps
Show
kind
them
of-
that you can handle
That kind of
money.
messed me
to
up,
show
bro.
them.
I said that messed me up when I came into the country. A friend of mine said, you got to start it
But
with
you
a
get-
secure card.
you get the money back,
So
though.
no, this is the point. I didn't know, right? And it was like, I said, so how much are we going to? They said, you got to do like $300.
Right.
I wish it told me you could start with $2,000, right? Because the more you have with a secure card, the more they trust you. Like, okay, you can have this.
Right.
But I didn't know, right? So I did 300. It was like, shit, man.
Yeah, you gotta put
Nah,
the-
I'm back to the 300. for a whole year. I didn't understand. So I went to a bank one day, and the lady was like, I'm like, when am I going to get my money back? She said, you can't get your money back because you're maxing the credit card. Like, you're not supposed to.
You're not supposed to.
You're just supposed to spend like 10% of the thing.
10%
I'm like, are you worried? Like, if you don't, and I said, what if I put the money back today? And she was like, it doesn't work like that.
Don't work like that.
Even though you put your money back today, doesn't mean we'll give you your money back.
It's like they like
to entrust you.
You gotta that trust.
So
Yeah.
let me just sort of interject there. So the system in the UK is somewhat similar to the system here. Now, the key thing about credit card, the key word there is discipline.
Right.
Okay? Because you need to be disciplined in terms of how you spend and how you repay. Because those that are issuing the credit card out to you is in their own interest for them to make interest from your money. And from them to keep you on it, whereby you're just making minimum payment. And at the end of the day, they're making money off you. Okay?
Right.
So the advice I give this is just general advice because there are different ways and different routes in you obtaining credit. So if you're an individual coming from Nigeria, you're coming into the UK. There's several things you need to bear in mind. The UK system is a little bit different. Now it's about direct debit. What I mean by direct debit is that when you move into the UK and you are able to make payment, your bills. So you open a bank account and then your mobile payment for your mobile phone is coming out as of when due. Okay? Your house rent is coming out as of when due. All those direct debit payment coming out as of when due, and you're not owing anything, there's no late payment. That in itself, by the time you start to apply for credit facility, that's picked up.
So UK automatically pick up all those things. Like here in America, you still gotta report it. They don't really pick it up.
So-
Yeah, they don't
unless
pick it up
you
unless
lose,
you use some kind of
then they come for
something
you.
to report it.
So it's a case whereby so when you apply, it then show on your system, your record that this person is reliable
Always pay his bills on time.
on time. It's about timing, and then they will start you off. Again, with the UK system, it then depends because it depends on your area you live. If it's a crime-ridden area,
Like Peckham.
if it's if all those things are
is
interconnected.
Peckham a bad place to live in the UK?
Well, it had a bad reputation, but
But is
trust
it a
me,
bad
there
place to
are-
live?
Trust me, with Peckham right now, there are
A lot of
houses
places
that
in the UK is like crazy.
with Peckham right now, you have a lot of houses there that are even more expensive than even other areas, the so-called good areas. Because
For real?
Yeah, trust me. You go to Peckham right now, you see a lot of expensive homes. It's very, very difficult to even get houses in Peckham right now, because what we call it is called regeneration. So what the British system
Just like we have Section 8.
yeah, regeneration, whereby old buildings they knock it down, build new buildings there to attract
We call it
and
gentrification.
then
right.
drive up property
Property
cost
value,
and
yeah.
value. So UK system it's very straightforward to a degree, but then again they need to trust you before they issue you out.
I want to ask you this: what would you tell a Nigerian that's trying to move out of Nigeria? Maybe somebody this person have opportunity of like choose America or UK. What would you advise the person to choose? I'm trying to put you on the line though, so don't mind me. I'm just being not like Ghana, Nigeria. This is Ghana,
It's
Nigeria.
just like because you live.
Yeah, you live here now.
You live there too. You
for
live
a
over there.
Nigerian. Like somebody in Nigeria,
what would you
tell them to go?
What is the
like? Would you tell them to go to UK? Like a
come to the
free
US?
Like you're gonna be working. You're gonna get to work when you move. UK or US?
Not even about the work part. Just like in general. Like
where would you tell the Nigerian to go? UK or US? As of today,
It's one of the most.
I want your real answer though.
It's one of
The real answer.
because you live there.
It's one of the most easy questions
Okay, all right.
for me to respond to. But before I do, I'm going to ask you one more question. My question is,
That's a plot. That's a plot.
are you talking about a very hungry individual?
Okay, so that's another thing. I like that. That's another thing.
Yes, I think
That's
I
another
want to
thing.
base on that part.
I think
Okay,
he's talking
yeah.
about people that are hungry.
Yeah,
like
I'm ready to
driven,
move.
like
Yes, like F it.
I think that's like 99% of Nigerians ready to move.
An able person, an hungry person, unequivocally, United States.
Okay.
All right, that makes sense. You said it in a very simple way, like you said, but it make a lot of sense. And what makes you say that though?
Just remember, he said in the UK, it's more of they have a lot of like benefit that assist people that can't really.
You know, I will answer why he said that.
Mm-hmm.
Because they use this word that says America is a land of milk and honey.
It is though.
It is, but
if you know,
listen though. But does milk and honey flows in your gutters? No,
it don't.
But it does flow though. You know why it flows? Goes back to what he said. Once you come in, educate yourself. Once you start educating yourself, it's like wearing another set of glasses. Then you start saying the milk and honey in everything you do.
Like just like right now in the United States, it's not even more for you have a degree. It's more for you have the certifications that you have.
It's more of
your knowledge. You know, that will take you further than your degree.
And that's a country that's continuing to build.
I think for me, it goes back to the hunger. The hunger. The difference within the UK again and America is that there is more opportunity here, but there are other factors. Your network of friends,
right?
How exposed you are, the information you're able to sort of garner, right. And they're very key, right? And your willpower too. Exactly. There's a lot of people out there. They've done a lot, but they've not been able to acquire a lot.
Right.
Why a lot of people, they've not done a lot, but then again, they've been able to acquire a lot. Sure. In Yoruba, eledere, meaning that, your own sort of willpower is very, very important. There's a difference between being lucky and you being blessed.
Right.
True. That's deep though.
Right.
Being lucky and being blessed.
Yeah, it's two different things.
Yeah, that's deep.
Very two different things.
And then like going back to the education and certification, like Nigeria they go a lot about education. Oh, you have to finish your university. Why are you not going to university?
That's most of the old folks though.
Yeah, I'm talking about old folks. They're trainers. We are a product of the old folks.
Yeah, they tell you. So
do you know
touching on that, my dad told me that you can't get married if you don't show me a degree.
For real?
Yeah. I had to finish school.
But do you think that helped you, or was it wrong?
It was right now I would say it's good to have it. It's good to have it. I had a business before I even finished school. So it was, what's the point of me having this degree when I already have a business that generates
listen to my question.
A steady income.
So do you think you going to have your degree didn't help your business?
No, it did not help my business because everything that I acquired, like the knowledge and everything, was off of the internet, social media. That's all.
Can I jump in?
Yeah.
Okay, so attitudes have changed. Degree, I know many of us and many people out there with masters, and they're not utilizing it. So I mean,
You shocked me on that one.
So the reality is that attitudes have changed. Back in them days, you see a lot of people, they tell their parents they're only going into music. Right. And they say, no, you need to go read. Right. But now things have changed. Parents are even encouraging their children to do things music, as long as it's your passion and you derive and you can live off it. So training, exposure, far supersedes in some quarters even the degree. It's as long as you can get a job done. That's what most organizations are really quite keen on.
And that's true in America. America don't really give a F about.
America just they ask for
most of their
they
sector.
ask for experience.
Experience.
That's what they ask for.
This is what happened. When it comes to building, America is a moving country, so they need manpower that doesn't require so much education. But when it comes to the people that decide those companies, they need the educated ones that can do it by the book. So for example, let's take Tesla. I know a dude, he's a welder at Tesla. All he does all day is weld Model 2, Model Y. He welds Model Y together. But guess what? He's not the one that he didn't do the drawing. Somebody else that's an engineer
Do the drawing.
drew the car, You see what I'm saying? It's a division of labor.
So like
And
everybody has
the labor goes up, the requirement for education goes up, and the reward goes up as well.
Yeah. In America, to the less job you do, the more money you make. The more job you do, the less money you're making. I want to ask. This.
Hold on. And when we I think.
Wait. Say that again.
The more job you do, the less money you make.
In Nigeria.
Here.
Yeah. The more job you do, the less money you make.
Yes.
Okay.
But the less job you do, the more money you make.
And that's what they say. Work smart and not hard.
But then, no. I want to say this. Do you realize that a lot of people that adapt into business are making more money than people that are even doing IT?
Right now.
I just forget about saying IT.
IT stuff. I honestly feel like IT stuff is playing right now.
No. I use IT.
The whole AI stuff is taking over, man.
Right?
The AI is taking over. So most people in IT, they're losing their job.
Look at how you react. That's the thing. That's the main thing. A lot of Nigerians are now into IT. Like, I'm doing IT. When you say what you do for a living, I'm doing IT. And I told most of my friends that are doing IT, I said, please, you need to register one business. Just get one LLC. I said, in the next 2-3 years, you will tell me like, I'm glad you're able to do this.
I'm not against what they're doing. I'm against the word IT.
It was fun. It was fun while it lasted.
IT stands for information technology.
Yeah.
Not everybody, even though they work with computer, does anything that has to do with information technology. You feel me? Some people are hardware engineers. Are they doing IT? They're not.
No, don't go into that one. Let's just categorize everybody as IT.
IT.
But
you're a business.
Wait. I'm not even going to that because I have a lot of people that might hate me looking at this. For you watching and for you listening, I hope we've been able to give you something that could, spark your awareness. I hope we've been able to say something that make you want to still listen. And if you're still listening, I hope you're able to write some things down. I hope this grown-up man, wonderful man, businessman, I've been able to tell you something. And like I said, if you want to watch us on YouTube, it's CTD Among Blacks. And on Instagram is CTD Among Blacks also. And you can follow us on social media on CTD Among Blacks. Just one more time.
Okay.
Say that. So we'll continue. So like I was saying, I would like to ask this question from everybody. A lot of Nigerians that move to United States, Nigerians generally, back home, we put a lot of respect to how we talk to our elderly ones. Even in the bus, they tell you, stand up for the... Why would you allow an old man to stand? And, coming to America, you say old man working in Walmart. You say old man... doing all those things to you. And I would like you guys to, share your opinion and make people to understand. People that are just coming in and they realize that you call them by their first name and they get in their feelings. And I want you guys to say your own, how you feel about it.
He has a strong opinion.
I mean, calling somebody by their first name. I mean, like if you're an older man, I call you Mr. This, Mr. That.
So that's how you say it.
Yeah, I call you Mr. This, Mr. That. I'm not just going to like. Yo, Chris, if you my guy,
that's you.
If you my, even if you're older than me, you my guy, you my guy.
So that means for you, you're still strong in our tradition, even though you're.
No. Yeah.
You know that.
Do you know how I greet my dad when I see my dad in the morning? Like whenever I see my dad, hey, what's up, man?
That's how you greet your dad.
Yeah, he like that. He like it. He makes him feel young.
That's good. That's your dad.
Yeah.
That's some dad in America. I don't care how you want to. Don't even try.
It makes it feel young.
You gotta make them feel like. Let me use the word Yoruba people. Yoruba people still. I don't want to use the word entitlement, but sometimes they will make you feel like I deserve this. Now, for me, I've had people on this podcast have come and talked about it.
Oh yeah, but I'm not gonna go to another person and do that because I will make sure that they know that I got some home training. So if I see my dad's friend and I want to talk to, I'd be like, hey, good afternoon, sir.
So for you still
look, everybody tradition is like different. I give you a tradition different when I see an American person. I talk to them the way they want to be addressed. Mm-hmm. I see African person, I talk to them the way they want to be addressed.
Some colored folks in America, like black folks, it's just about nothing. You just got to nod your head.
Yeah, they don't do that. You got to do it.
Excuse me, I watched that in Blackish or this.
Yeah. It's two different kind of fun. The up and the down. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
But that's the thing a lot of Nigerians don't know too. Like when black people try to greet you by that, a lot of people don't understand.
Yeah.
And
even over here in America, like I know our people from back home, they look at you so much and make that shit so obvious. Like, nigga, stop looking at me, man. Like, but over here, you can't look at somebody and
Yeah, like why
And
you
niggas don't feel like
No, they do it in some parts in Nigeria.
like if you looking too much, I would expect you to say something.
like, hey, you got something on your mind? Like,
Yeah, you're not just gonna
stare at me
you
for
staring at
30
me like
seconds.
for like a long time. I just feel like you got something you want to say, and I ask you, I'll be like, "What's up, man?"
I want to ask this, and I want to ask you: do you feel Nigerians that move from Nigeria from UK to United States? Do you think the struggle in understanding? Do you think they have language disconnection? Do you want me to break what I mean by language disconnection?
Like a language barrier, like
Yeah. Do you think it's a problem for Nigerians, or do you think we don't have a problem in that part? Living in America, for you, you're from the UK, and you're in America now. Do you have this language barrier of disconnection when you talk, that people don't understand you, or do you feel like because you have accent of the UK?
I don't think with the ladies he get that problem, though.
Why would you put him on the ladies' part? You just look at him and he's smiling. He didn't even say nothing yet. But I want him to talk because his smile was when he said it with the ladies. Why do you think his ladies don't have a problem? Because ladies,
man, look, them ladies, they like the London, they like the accent so much. Like, yeah.
Now you just got a tip, bro. Like
If let's just take a step back. We were saying something earlier on about when people come in, and when I think my point here is that about respect among the elders. And
right.
When you're leaving the shores of your country, in anywhere you go, the key word there is you adapt.
Right.
Okay? You have to adapt. Because if you don't, at the end of the day, you're not going to get the best you're seeking within that of a system. So yes, I'm a very typical, believe it or not, Yoruba man in terms of my doctrine to some extent, and my rapprochement with people. Okay? However, I don't let it, become a barrier. So if I see someone I'm way older than, and the person step up, to me, in a way I feel, it doesn't really bother me, because at the end of the day, it's a different system.
True.
Just move on.
Right.
So that's that. In relation to your question about here and how I'm being able to sort of adapt, I've not had any problem whatsoever. And yes.
I know, right?
I do,
I'm about to be
this bitch.
Bala blue.
I'm Bala blue.
They be like,
Can you give me a couple?
you know,
know?
AJ, right? AJ, the London guy that always go and come back, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. When he start touching ladies, he go like get the London accent, like in the club.
Even I heard they said
they be looking at him like they just seen the girls. They be like
now Hollywood. I remember they were asking this guy that was acting in Power, saying, how do they feel like UK people are now coming to dominate? And it was like, they're black people.
Man, I ain't trying to touch that topic, man.
Yeah, I'm not going into that. But
but like right now, there's like Americans and UK people, they have like this little. They be like, man, y'all accent is not.
I think it's social media. I don't think it's the people.
I don't think it's the actors. It's the social media.
Yeah, I think it's social media. Social media push things to us and we take it in.
Yes, they do a lot. People believe on what they see on social media, which is not good.
And that's one thing I wanted to. I think
which is not good.
What would you like to tell Nigerians back home that I see? You drip like this.
Money don't go on fucking tree. You don't sell drugs.
Everything you see on social media ain't true.
When you have a tattoo like this, there's a projection.
All right, so you see people see like, oh yeah, he tied up, he a gangman or whatever it is. I'm not a gangman. I'm a college graduate, a family man with kids. I'm
a college graduate. He's a college graduate, a family man with kids.
What would you like to say to Nigerians back home? That would love to come here, and basically in everything we've said all together. What is that one thing you would like to tell somebody that you never had a chance to tell them, that's still back home or that are here or something like that? What would you like to tell them to? And instead of like awareness to them, like if you find yourself coming to the United States, these are the basic things I want you to know. And for those that are here too, that have never been able to have such conversation, I want you to be that voice. You say it, he will say. I want him to say it too. Okay. And so
First of all, I would like to say like everything has a paper trail, right from the application you filled out to come to United States. It has a paper trail, and they will always go by that information.
Right.
And number two, learn the laws of the land. Nobody, I repeat, nobody is above the law.
It's above the law.
You will always get caught. No, there's nothing like, oh, I'm gonna take a shortcut. No shortcut.
You gotta hustle.
And it's not even about hustling. It's just about following the process and, you know, respecting
regular
the
protocol,
process.
man.
Yeah, protocols. Like you just got to, you just have to follow it. And number 3, you are not bigger than any job. You are not. You didn't come here with unless maybe you come here and there's a ready-made job for you. Like you come here as a college graduate and want to be a nurse or a doctor.
Unless you want to be homeless.
But if you're coming like a layman that don't got nothing and you just moving for a better life,
start somewhere.
Go wash that toilet, bro.
Start somewhere, bro. Not. It's like it's
My first
it's a
job in
lot.
America, bro. I went to go wash dish at this African restaurant. I washed dishes for 2 days. Coming from home, like, you know, I got money in Nigeria and I come over here to start washing dishes and sleeping on the floor in my cousin's shared apartment. I was sleeping on the floor. He was sleeping. My cousin got a mattress thrown on the floor. He didn't even got a bed frame, and I was sleeping on the floor right next to that mattress. And that's a king size. He was sleeping on it, but you know, because me, I just came like I was sleeping on the floor with the 2 double towels spread on the floor, sleep on the towel. So you have to start from somewhere, and once you start from somewhere, trust the process and watch your progress.
I want you to give us about saying, what would you like to tell Nigerians that find themselves in the midst of Nigerians like you that portray to be an American, but you know you still have your culture.
I don't portray to be an American.
No. Listen to what I'm saying. You don't. That's what I'm saying. What you're saying prove you don't. But people that don't know you.
Oh, you mean
think,
like my image?
What would you like to tell them? Like, you know, in Nigeria, that come in and see you like this, that they know they might not talk to them like you're Nigerian. Something is going to go over their head.
Look, I've been in the room with like my first time really being in the room with like a lot of Nigerian dudes, like older dudes. I was just sitting there, just looking at everybody. This ain't nothing. Just quiet. Just talking. I was like, a couple of people was even talking shit about me.
For real?
Yeah, they was throwing shots. Like, literally, they was throwing shots. So the dude, I could hear they speak pidgin English. So the dude that brought me over there, so he was there.
Yeah.
I do like a little bit, you know, because I hang around a lot of them. So
and how do you not feel?
No. I was just quiet, you know. I'm here to drink with y'all, so I'm not. They think like I'm full blown American, like all that. I just kept quiet. So when the guy that brought me over there, he said something to me, and I say back in
pidgin.
In pidgin.
It was just
like you can see their eyes blow up, like boom, like and the dude. 2 of them stood up.
What did you do when
2 of them stood up? They went outside to the back. They came back. They called me. They said, "You been Nigerian?" I'm like, yeah. They said, "Where you from?" I said, "Benin." He said,
"Wow."
So every time we talk to you, I said, "Yeah." He said, "God damn." He said, "Come on, man." Yeah, I said, "It's no verse." I just, you know, I said.
But how do you feel?
I'm cool, man. Look. With somebody, I'm this kind of person, bro. I never take nothing to the feelings, you know. Well, your words will never hurt me, bro.
How do you manage to cope with that? Growing up for you, being a Nigerian, coming to America, you know, I've heard a lot of story people coming.
I mean, high school I got into a fight with the whole booty scratch shit, you know, like that one.
So you went through that too.
Yeah, after that phrase, it was over.
How do you not come back to be like this? That, you know, a lot of people go through that. They get stuck.
If I'm doing better than the nigga that I went to high school with, you think whatever it's gonna say gonna affect me?
That's cold.
Exactly.
Nah, that's a cold response.
Exactly, like
that's a cold one.
Hey, for that one guy that called me a booty scratcher, I'm doing better than you now.
Wow.
I'm that guy now.
But how do you wait? Because that's one thing I'm worried about. Like I always tell people, like Nigerians that are having child here in America now, when they go to school and they tell their kids, their fellow friends, like, you know, my dad is Nigerian. I still feel like those kids sometimes go through a lot of things that they might not want to open up.
Yeah, they probably do, but it's more of it's not as hard it was for us. Like, you know, just moving.
The stereotype
because
changing,
I'm telling you, when you move from over there over here, you go to school right here, your accent will stand out. Like literally, you cannot hide it, bro. Your first day in school, guy, you have that. You know, niggas will put on J's and all that.
And
You have that Walmart, the shoe they have in Walmart, and you would just look basic. That they would just put you out of there.
They clown your ass. Oh,
And they would go. You would think like, coming back from over there, you think like you the best dressed. But when you go over there, you be like, man, what is this?
What are those? Like, man,
Like,
I'ma dress you in that Walmart.
They will go in on you if you're not like that. Strong and talk. You very proactive. You talk a lot. You proactive.
Were you fighting in school?
I got suspended like twice when I was in
I
school.
still know people that still try to make fun of me.
How do you now feel for the fact that you go through that and you're growing up, you're assisting Nigerians that still stereotype you for some things? Does that trigger the fact of you?
If I see somebody stereotyping another African person, I will stand up for that person. I'm not gonna just let you just do that. Like, no, it's not gonna. Not if I'm. You can do it when I'm not here, but if I'm here, I will definitely speak up for my African guy. You cannot just do it like that.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm not gonna let it slide. We're gonna have that conversation.
That's
bro.
good of you to have that though. Babalagbo with flavor. I want to ask you this: what would you like to tell Nigerians that would like to do business in America? What are the procedures you like to explain to them that you've learned since you're running your business here, and what are the things you like to share with Nigerians that are scared to start a business, or that are hoping to have a business, or they haven't started one yet? What are the things you've learned, moving from UK to United States? Because your business is booming. People are buying this or buying and. Everything is booming. Yeah.
Give me
Oh yeah, bro. I'm gonna tell you some things you gotta. I don't want to put it out, but so yeah, I want you to.
You don't want to put his business out?
No, that's not. No, I want him to be the one to do it. He's gonna be the one to do it. It's better for him coming from him.
Let him tell us what he want to sell to us.
So basically, what I would say first is,
I want to finish. Just tell your business to the things you.
One thing is just one word again, because I'm a man of just words.
You must, after the words, you must tell us about your product. All right.
Tenacity. You have to have that tenacity and don't limit yourself.
Okay.
When I first came in, I've done things that I never thought I could do. But for whatever reason, I think coming into this country, the aura of America is different. The feel is different. The weather is different. The energy is different. So I've been able to do things where I thought I couldn't do. Approaching people, talking to people, and here I am today. I'm not where I want to be yet, but then again, I want to believe I'm on the right track. Like I said something some minutes ago about people that want to transition from Nigeria here, about having to pay their dues. Have you ever known any child walking without not crawling first?
No. So
you need to crawl before you walk.
Right.
That's facts. Yep.
The only problem I have with that is there are a lot of people. They know how to aid people, how to help people, but because they crawled for long, they want you to do the same.
Yeah.
That
all those information. Yeah.
But to all his own. But just going back to my. Sorry.
No, go ahead.
No, go for it.
Okay, so about that stuff he just said, it's like it's very, very common with Africans though.
I don't know why we do it though.
They always ordering information.
Because if I feel like you went through the whole process of how to make it. You got the whole thing done. You went through the struggle, whatever. Why do you want me to feel that? I mean,
I think
feel
that
kind of
feel entitlement and everything. Like you must go through this level before you do it.
It's
you're different. That's why. You said a lot about yourself in a short period that makes you different.
I know. They say the struggle makes you who you are, right? But if I struggle that much and I see how it was, you think I want to let somebody struggle? It's like, what's the reason we hustling? We're trying to make it big just for our kids to not suffer, right?
Yep.
We want our kids to have a good life, right? So why can't you not tell your fellow man
not to go through
not to go through that stuff,
I think with time, with all this we're doing, I believe it will change a lot of people's mind. The only thing I just want to add is the question I ask you guys. I just literally learned this. 2 things I learned first in America was America made me to know how to manage, how to give people money. back in Nigeria, I've lived in some life where I feel like when I have it, you got to give it. But when I started hustling like hard, I'm like, and I become where I learn how to say no to people because I really know how to say no. America hustling, America working, make me just like, okay, you know what, you got to give me 2 months before I can even do nothing. And 2 months might come, I might not even do nothing. And the second thing I think I learned recently is I just realized that I started telling people around me like, don't focus on money, focus on connection.
Right.
Because connection will give you ways money cannot give you. You can be $1 million today and your money will be disvalued. But when you have the right connection and you keep building your connection with your integrity,
right,
it will open doors for you without even hustling.
Because at the end of the day, when you lose it all back to the zero, the connection will get you back to the top.
I'm telling you, and that's one thing I've learned to add to it. Without wasting too much of your time today,
Can I just quickly just add?
Oh yeah, most definitely.
The reality of life is whatever is yours, it never passed you.
True. But sometimes it passes on people.
Whatever is yours, it
Never pass you.
Bro.
Like that one post today. Say what?
There's some things pass you now.
If opportunity
in this
come,
generation, it waits.
They're not there around.
It wait for
Opportunity go wait.
I
Opportunity go wait.
I saw it online.
The reality is that whatever is yours, it never pass you.
I believe that.
If it's yours, it won't pass you.
Or when they say the patient dog eat the fattest bone.
Nah.
No, internet is out now. It's
but that's true though. What's for you is gonna be for you, man.
It's been wonderful having all my brothers around. You know, hope to see them more and more. And we're still live on CTD Among Blacks, and we would like you to follow us on all our social media. And if you have any comments, you could drop it for us. If you have anything you like to add to it, and if you see all these wonderful men in Houston. Shout out to them. They're big men out there. I'm lucky to even drag them out to this place. So it's a privilege having them on my podcast and hopefully to see them more and more.
And we're going to drop our Instagram handle in the video. So
yeah, most definitely.
y'all can follow us,
Yeah,
if you want to.
Most definitely.